You could let me know if you've actually sparred any of these guys so you know firsthand, but at 35, 40, a lot of young stars, Teo, Tank, Devin and Ryan, Shakur, etc. Who do you think's the top dog? Who's the best fighter?
I sparred actually all of them besides Shakur, I believe. So top dog right now.
Based on your experience, who's the best fighter?
That's a good one. I don't know. That's a good one. I'm gonna go with my boy Tank. He's polished. He actually can box, which a lot of people don't give him no credit for boxing, even though he's a smaller guy. He got box and can bang. So he's there for a reason.
And great speed too, right?
And good hand speed. Very good fucking hand speed.
Yeah.
And he's making his size work for him, in the most fan-friendly way. He's making it work for him. So that's why I personally do like him. I would, out of all those guys, just because I feel like he's the most threat, I personally would like to match myself with him just to see where I'm at, see what I got and things like that. So I think he's the highest threat. You said Shakur,
Teo,
Tank,
Devin, Ryan, and Tank. All those
damn, that's a good. I'm not gonna say in any specific order. I'm gonna just say I like Tank over all those guys. And then I like Shakur here and there. I think he's just a little not mobile enough. He's stationary here and there in order to set up his shots. I think a good person with a good long jab and a good cadence with their feet can kind of throw Shakur off. That's just me.
Tank doesn't have those. He doesn't have like a long jab. But would you favor him over Shakur?
Ooh. Style makes fights.
Yep.
Damn, that's a good. Damn. I see. Damn, that's a good one. I have to actually break that one down. I don't have a preset.
Have to fight so we can find out, right?
Yeah, I don't have a preset for that one. But I feel that Shakur does not punch as hard. I don't think he has as much pop, but his defense is good though. So man, that's a toss up.
He might have the better jab too out of the two of them, right? Shakur and Tank, but.
Yeah, I would say he has a more consistent jab.
Right, consistent, right.
But Tank does have a jab, and he can find home with his. He can find home with his. But then he might not find it a home with Shakur because Shakur is a very exceptional counterpuncher. So the statistics of Tank's punches are going to go down against Shakur, for sure.
Do you think he beats Frank Martin in a couple weeks?
I don't know enough, to be honest. I don't know enough about Frank. I haven't been able to study him to be able to tactically tell you too much. But just my feelings from what I'm hearing, I think that Tank is going to get him. It looks like that Frank is, since he started, I believe, don't quote me, at 15, that he is, and I started around that time, so. But it was in my DNA, and not to say anything against him, but I think he is a little stiff because he started just a little later. He is a little stiff, so I think he's still trying to find his fluidity and cadence. But I could be wrong. I hope that Conor Frank wins, I'm always for the underdog.
So just to close on this Tank stuff, the power. What could you share about the power? How real is it? How exceptional is it?
Tank has definitely stunning shots. When I was hit by him, my legs were all good, but it was a type of power that just made me like, if you didn't catch them, and I had headgear and, we had probably 14s on. So I was able to catch all of them. What I discovered, we went about 4, and the first 2, he gave me everything he can give, and I stood there for it. That was probably the hardest I've been hit. With that being said, I feel that after the first 2 of him giving me like 100% of what he got, I felt he depleted and he went into survival mode himself. I don't know, within my experience, I don't know if he could take it as much as he dishing it, That's just what I feel. So
when was that? That
was years ago. That was before he had fought, of course, Ryan and things like that. That was some years ago. I would say at least a good 2 years ago.
2 years? Oh, so only 2 years, not 3 or 4 or 5.
No, it wasn't that long.
So he was getting. I'm trying to think, who was he fighting in 2022?
No.
It wasn't Hector Garcia. That was 2023.
I'd have to
Mario
go back
Barrios?
into the my archive.
Maybe he brought you in for Barrios because you're a tall guy that can fight southpaw.
Well, he wasn't looking at me to help him get ready. It was
Okay.
just an opportunity that I just had.
Gotcha.
But it could be about around the Barrios. That might be around accurate. It was around that time frame.
Right.
But I liked it. It gave me a good experience, and there's a whole story I'm not gonna share until later. I'll put it out there and
Gotcha.
stuff like that. But that was a good one with my experiences with Tank. So I just can't wait.
I'll take it. Let me just take a stab at the story. It was some like you were challenged or you challenged him type thing. It was.
Michael, my older brother, was there. It was just me and Michael, Floyd Jr. and Tank. And I think that Tank thought it was Floyd's gym, and we were in his, his gym.
This is my shit, as he says.
That basically it was his shit. So where after those 2 rounds of him, unloading on me and me kind of still taking everything, then once Tank took on his back foot, I started kind of coming on to him, and I noticed Tank started going low, and after he went low a few times, there was one significant time he went really low, and I tried to take a step back. I put my hands down and try to talk to him, and in that time he tried to hook off on me, and try to close that space. Floyd Jr. was reffing at that time, the sparring match.
Right.
At that time I didn't know, but my brother had seen that Tank was trying to, get me with the hook. And at that time my brother hopped over the ring, and when my brother hopped over the ring, then Calvin, Tank's trainer, hopped in the ring as well. Well, my brother is a heavyweight and things like that. So my brother stiff armed, to de-escalate Tank's trainer, pushed him back, and then Floyd, he's a little guy, so he was in the corner. Not to say anything like, all with all due respect, but the artillery that the Hunters had that time, Tank and Floyd, they made an error in their own house, and they thought that they could, they thought that Tank can go low on me and that nothing was going to happen. But my older brother was quickly there to let people know that we don't give a fuck who y'all are. You have to still have etiquette in boxing. So that was just my little experience with him. After, he apologized, he talked about it, and it's just my story,
But that's where that assessment comes from about taking it as well as he dishes it. That's
because within the 4 rounds, 2 rounds, he definitely was giving me everything he had. I'm not gonna lie, I was taking everything that he had to give me. It didn't look good on my behalf, but I was there. My foundation was solid. After them 2 rounds, I noticed he definitely was more in a survival mode, and I was coming on with my length and strength. And at that in that moment, I noticed probably on the the end of the 3rd round is when he started going a little bit low on me. He did it a good hardcore twice. I want to say 3 times, to where the 2nd or 3rd time I actually took a step back and put my hands down to try to talk to him. And in that moment, that's when everything else happened and stuff like that. So.
Gotcha. Hey, thank you for everything, Keith.
No, shit. Thank you for putting me out there.
All right. Yeah. Hey,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sign this man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you,
thank you.
Thank you, brother.